Today I will demonstrate the proper method of wiring and fitting a UK 13-amp plug. Although appliances are now required by law to be sold with an attached plug, I often find myself needing to fit these plugs on a regular basis. This could be due to a damaged existing plug, a switch from a different plug style, or creating a custom extension lead. The connection pins on the 13-amp plug are always the same, but the housing may be made of different types of plastic and a range of colors to suit the application or match the color of the flexible cable attached to it. We are going to wire this rough service plug made by Permaplug. It can survive being dropped, so it's ideal for extension leads and power tools. We'll need a set of small screwdrivers and a pair of wire cutters to wire the plug. Take the wire cutters. In this case, we're going to remove the damaged plug so we can attach a new plug to the cable. Dispose of the old plug safely. Here's a top tip that many people don't realize. The card which is attached to the plug pins includes the exact cable and wire stripping lengths. It's always included as it's a requirement of the BS 1363 product standard. Once we've removed the instructions, you can see 3 screws. Let's undo the one in the center to remove the cover. This screw is held in place in most plugs when the cover is removed. Put the cover to one side until we've wired the plug. Next, we need to loosen the cord grip using the other 2 screws on the plug's base. I find it's best to fully remove one and leave the other attached to the cord grip, which can now be rotated out of the way. Now let's carefully remove the outer cable sheath of the flexible cable. If you're not confident in using hand tools, you can opt for specialized wire strippers instead of a pair of side cutters. In the video description, I'll provide links to my recommended options from a well-known online retailer that offers free next-day delivery. I've removed about 60 mm of the cable sheath. Make a quick check to make sure you haven't damaged the inner conductors. We'll trim the colored conductors to match the specified lengths mentioned in the instruction card. The wiring instructions typically provide a template that precisely matches the required length, depending on the manufacturer. If you're rewiring a plug without the instructions, you can estimate the length by placing the wires over the plug body. Pay careful attention to cut the correct color to the correct length. Next, you'll need to loosen the screw terminals. You'll require a flat blade terminal screwdriver for this plug, although other brands may use a crosspoint screw. Take care not to loosen the screws too far as they can drop out, usually into a crack or hole in the floor, never to be seen again. Now it is time to carefully remove the insulation from the colored conductors to reveal the copper wire inside. In the case of this plug, we need to strip away approximately 4 mm of insulation. Take caution to avoid damaging the individual strands of copper wire during this process. If any of the strands are loose after stripping away the insulation, you will need to restart the procedure. Here's another useful tip. Gently twist the copper strands to prevent fraying when inserting them into the screw terminals. Now, let's proceed with connecting the wires. The terminals are clearly labeled as live, neutral, and earth. The brown wire corresponds to the live terminal, which also houses the fuse. On the opposite side of the plug, you'll find the blue wire, indicating the neutral terminal. Lastly, the green and yellow wire connects to the earth terminal located at the top of the plug, which is also the larger of the pins. I prefer connecting the live wire first, followed by the neutral, and then the earth. It's worth noting that the pins in most plugs can be pushed out of the housing, which can simplify the wiring process depending on the wire size you're working with. Tighten the screws and check the wire can't be pulled out. When connecting to the screw terminals, ensure you tighten the screws onto the copper, not the plastic insulation. Note that some appliances don't need an earth connection, as the double insulated symbol indicates. In this case, the appliance cable will only contain brown and blue conductors. Let's replace the cord grip. Rotate it back over the cable, ensuring that it goes over the outer cable sheath. Reinsert the loose screw through the plug body and into the cord grip. Tighten both screws evenly to secure the cable in place firmly. Give the cable a good tug, and it shouldn't budge. Good job! Before replacing the cover, It is important to check the fuse rating of the plug to ensure it matches their appliance. You can find this information in the manufacturer's instructions or on the appliance rating plate. The fuse inside the plug may seem confusing to those unfamiliar with the British electrical system, but it is just one of its unique quirks. Once you have completed this step, you can go ahead and replace the cover, and your task will be complete. That's me done for this tutorial video. Drop me a comment with your top tips on plug wiring. My name is Artificial Joe, and remember, there's no such thing as an AI laugh. Yet. Ha ha ha.